glad to be over here with you, Mr. Reed. I come from Charleston, you know, across the river. My name is Reeves, you know. I come from Charleston.
The dialect is Gullah, and our guest with us at this time is Harold S. Reeves of Charleston, South Carolina. Harold is in the area to speak to the North Augusta Junior Chamber of Commerce at their Bosses Night and Distinguished Services Award banquet held this evening. We want to welcome you to Augusta and get into a discussion of Gullah, the dialect in Charleston, South Carolina. How did this all come about, this particular language or dialect that they have in Charleston?
Well, Gullah was originated with the slaves who were brought over here from Africa, and they were put on these huge plantations near Charleston on the low country and in the islands, and they came in contact not with the owners of the plantation but with the overseers. Those overseers were generally Scotch and English boys of peasant ancestry, and therefore the Gullah dialect is predominantly an English, peasant English and Scotch dialect. Because of my association with the Gullah dialect, I'm frequently taken for a Britisher. If I go to New York or Philadelphia, somebody will invariably say, "Are you Scotch or English?" Well, it's because of my association with the dialect of the Negro in the lower section of South Carolina.
Instead of saying South Carolina, then you would say Soth Carolina.
Well, I say South Carolina, yeah.
And how about the battery there in Charleston?
Well, they call it the battery.
That is just part of the dialect. Mr. Reeves is retired, had worked for the Social Security office in Charleston, South Carolina for a number of years.
Yes, for 25 years I was the manager of the Social Security office in Charleston. I retired on June 30, 1962, and the mayor asked me to take a job as relocation officer with the housing authority in an effort to replace those people who were being displaced by Interstate Highway I-26 coming into the city.
With your work and your retirement, you are in association with a lot of people, and also this has been a hobby of yours for years.
Yes, it has been a hobby for years. I made a study of the Gullah dialect, and I've come up with this discourse, which I call a breath of the Carolina Low Country.
Well, are the people getting away from it in this year of 1964?
Yes, because of the good roads and education and communication, the dialect is dying out very rapidly, and it's my effort to try and keep it alive, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, could you give us some examples, then, of good old Charleston dialect, the Gullah?
Well, if people should hear me on the radio, they might say, "I hear him, but I ain't shum." Of course, if I'm on television, then they do see me. "I hear him, but I ain't shum" means I see him, but I don't hear. I hear him, but I don't see him. I hear him, but I ain't shum. I hear him, but I don't see him. That's an example of pure Gullah.
And with that, we're going to say goodbye to you, Mr. Reeves. We've enjoyed seeing you, and we hope you get back to Augusta real soon.
Thank you very much.